Ignorance is expensive. A financial literacy intervention by Mr. Sticks. Oh, you're back. Good. Because today we're addressing something far more dangerous than a market crash, more destructive than debt, more permanent than a bad investment. Financial illiteracy. Yes, that quiet, invisible force that keeps people working hard and staying broke anyway. Let's proceed carefully. The first truth: you're already playing the game. Here's your first mistake. You think financial literacy is optional. It's not. You're already participating in the financial system, whether you understand it or not. You earn money. You spend money. You borrow money. You save or don't. Which means you're already making financial decisions. The only question is, are you making them consciously or blindly? Because blind decisions don't just cost money. They cost years of your life. Ignorance compounds. Yes, it works both ways. You've heard of compound interest. Money growing over time. Beautiful concept. Now let me introduce its evil twin. Compound ignorance. Every time you carry high-interest debt without understanding it, miss investment opportunities, spend without awareness, fail to build assets, you're compounding loss. Not all at once. Slowly, quietly, almost invisibly, until one day you wake up and realize you've been working for 10, 20, 30 years and have nothing substantial to show for it. That's not bad luck. That's uncompounded understanding. The system is not designed to save you. Let's remove another illusion. The financial system is not designed to make you wealthy. It is designed to offer convenience, extend credit, encourage consumption. Why? Because your spending is someone else's revenue. If you don't understand money, you become a perfect participant in the system. You earn, you spend, you repeat. No resistance, no strategy, no accumulation, just motion. And motion is not progress. Debt, the silent trap. Let's talk about debt. Not emotionally, structurally. Debt is not inherently bad, but misunderstood debt is devastating. When you don't understand interest rates, compounding interest, minimum payments, time horizons, you end up doing something remarkable. You pay more for the same life, same car, same house, same lifestyle, just more expensive. Why? Because you paid for it with ignorance. And ignorance charges interest. Income without knowledge is fragile. Let me say something uncomfortable. You can earn a lot of money and still be financially unstable, because income without literacy leads to lifestyle inflation, poor allocation, lack of investing, dependence on continued earning. So when income stops, everything collapses. That's not wealth. That's high-functioning vulnerability. The literacy gap. Here's the real issue. Most people were never taught how money actually works, how investing works, how taxes work, how debt works, how wealth is built. So they guess, they imitate, they follow trends, they take advice from people who are just as confused, and then wonder why the results are inconsistent. You cannot build a stable financial future on unstable understanding. What financial literacy actually is. Let's define it properly. Financial literacy is not memorizing stock tips, watching market news, chasing trends. It is understanding 1. Cash flow, where your money goes. 2. Assets versus liabilities, what builds versus what drains. 3. Compounding, how time amplifies decisions. 4. Risk, what can go wrong and how to manage it. 5. Leverage, how to use money strategically. It's not about being clever. It's about being correct consistently. The cost of not knowing. Let's quantify this. If you delay investing by 10 years, carry high-interest debt for years, never build assets, you don't just lose money. You lose decades of compounding. And time is the one resource you cannot refinance. So while someone else's $500 per month turns into a portfolio, yours turns into takeout, subscriptions, temporary satisfaction. One becomes an asset, the other becomes gone. Behavioral consequences. Financial literacy doesn't just affect your wallet. It affects your behavior. You become reactive instead of strategic, emotional instead of logical, short-term focused instead of long-term oriented. You chase relief instead of building stability. And that keeps you in a loop. Earn, spend, stress, repeat. Breaking the cycle. Now here's the good news. Financial literacy is learnable, but it requires intentional study, application, consistency. You don't need to know everything. You need to know enough to make correct decisions repeatedly. Start with tracking your money, understanding basic investing, learning how interest works, building small, consistent habits, not dramatic change, structured change, the compounding advantage of knowledge. Once you understand money, everything changes. You start to see opportunities others miss, mistakes before they happen, systems instead of chaos. And most importantly, your decisions begin to compound positively. Small, correct decisions repeated over time, massive outcomes. Final words from Mr. Sticks, Precision Mode. Let's conclude this properly. Financial illiteracy doesn't announce itself. It doesn't crash into your life dramatically. It operates quietly through small, repeated mistakes. And those mistakes, left unchecked, can keep you broke indefinitely. Not because you lack effort, but because you lack structure and understanding. So here's your directive. Learn the rules. Apply the rules. Repeat the rules. Because once you understand money, you stop being used by the system and start using it. And when someone asks, what changed for you? You won't say, I got lucky. You'll say, I stopped guessing. Mr. Sticks. As always, if you enjoyed this type of content, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. Until we meet again, Shalom.